I am live. So yeah, I haven't done this in a while, right? Hi everybody. All right, we're gonna get this started. I wanna throw on a song called Legend of the Dog. A song by our guest Lazarus The Top Don. And also Hocus 45th. So I'm gonna toss that on until he gets on here with us. And that's what we're gonna do. It was a contribution. Well, yeah, I guess so, right? Contribution, like that for DMX. And here we go with it.
Hey, Remo, what's up, Queen?
We got this playing in the background. I got you right now.
Okay. God living in dark nights and creeping through the fall. When the streets was blinded and the people want more. In the crisis and the lifeless in the war. Where my dogs at? It's for the legend of the dog. God living in dark nights and creeping through the fall. When the streets was blinded and the people wanted more. In the crisis and the lifeless in the war. Where my dogs at? It's for the legend of the dog. This for the legend of the dog. For the hard times, man, you was going hardcore. You was scratching, you was biting, you was going off the walls. You the dark man, man. You was walking off the wall. Everybody saw what you did, and you much wilder. Rocked out with Swiss, man, became a rough.
Right.
You do it all, man.
Right.
From the block, from the Bronx, out the Yonkers, man. Do it with the locks, and you do it out with chic. And kill it on these beats. Have niggas go crazy now. Missing you in peace. I don't care what they saying. It's the legend and the beast. You the dog when you scratching, and nobody gonna beat anybody when it comes to this war. Earl Simmons, man, you the legend, man, yeah, that's the dog. Anybody when it comes to this war. Earl Simmons, man, you the legend, man, yeah, that's the dog. I remember the dark nights and creeping through the fall.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I promised you, right?
This is how you represent, man.
I was 15, wanted to be a rapper, I had big dreams, but I was more clap a little nigga told big things. Pop said, fuck the world, who told me get green? Nas made a nigga think Jay had me flip key, then I heard slipping and I can't get up. Get at me, go, man, that shit amped me up. Y'all gonna make me tear shit up.
Come on.
One day we be family. Told the whole world stop being greedy with it. Told me you can see me with it. Brought me on tour, let me drink, let me blaze with you. Let me open up for you, let me share the stage with you. God in the flesh, came with a message. Ain't no mistakes, everything is a lesson. Ain't nobody realer than a dog. And whoever disrespect my nigga name, I kill them all.
Woo! Alright. For y'all to listen to that, y'all gotta get up on YouTube and check it out right now. It's called Legend of the Dog. Lazarus The Top Don in the building. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Hocus 45th. I see you, baby. So before I even let my little brother talk, because y'all don't even know this is my little brother. Like, this is my little brother. Before I let my little brother talk, I want to give my little brother a shout out right now. All right, shout out right now. We're gonna run down his accolades. I don't know if y'all know, but I'm gonna run down his accolades for y'all. You hear me? So he's been on these platforms. My brother been out here working. Okay. We got This Is 50, Hip Hop Since 1987, Medium Magazine, The Source, Hip Hop Weekly, Hot 97, Who's Up Next, Billboard Hip Hop, Validated Magazine, exclusive live performances, The Lord Seer special ciphers on Shade 45, Shade 45 live radio interview, Streets 945 radio interview in Atlanta, Double XL interview, Hot 97 NYC exclusive interview, Joe Pesci 38 freestyle, Butcher the Bars challenge, Bars on DTF radio, Wims radio live freestyle radio interview, Bars on Rough Riders radio, Who's Up Next, Indie hip hop cipher interview, Short Shot, watch Hip Hop Lazarus The Top, featured on the MVMT with DJ Drewski. Come on, featured on Channel 12 News in New York and New Jersey. Come on now, in Day Summer Festival 2021. And then we're going to add to that the indie rollout exclusives because come on. We're not stopping. I'm not going to lie.
Shout out to the indie rollout. Shout out to my sis, Rema The Great. I mean, you know, this for me, unlike other people, this is personal, people. You know what I mean? Like, this wasn't just an interview for me. You understand? When I came on here, I want to shout out to my sis, big up to her flowers, the whole platform. I watch. Not gonna lie to y'all. I watch. I be watching. I be sitting back. I look at other interviews. I look at interviews here, and I just like what you bring, sis. I just love the energy.
Man, it's been like that since we've met. So before I even get into all my questions, I had two different producers. Shout out to my producers. Vaughn is in the building right now. Shout out to Mike Christie, aka DJ Dr. Hollywood. I had the both of them come up with some questions for you today. I came up with some questions for you today. Now, like indie rollout style, I asked you two good questions and one silly question. But before I do all of that, I want you to give a rundown of who you are outside of all of that I just said. Let them know about the Top Don, please. I'm
not gonna lie. If you know about me, you probably know me in two different ways. You might know me as the biggest promoter in New York City, or one of them.
Talk about it.
Facts. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had every strip club in New York, every lounge, every showcase you could think about. I put people on. I mean, I'm just one of those. You know, I'm a philanthropist. I think about always giving back. So. That's what happens there. As far as with music, if you know me as far as music, that means you might know me from back in the day from doing music, even being at Summer Jam at Boost Mobile and ghostwriting for other people. Or you might have seen when I came back and reinvented and showed everybody what we are now. Right. If you don't know, then I'll tell you, go to my website, www.topdonempire.com, and basically read my whole EPK, and you'll learn everything where I come from, why I'm part of a musical dynasty, why I do music, all that.
Right. So, of course, we're going to get into all of that. I got a billion and one questions for you. You ready?
Okay. Yeah, of course.
All right.
I'm born ready.
So, the first one, this is a long question. Yeah. Shout out to my producers again. Yeah. According to your bio, music has been in your family for years. From your grandfather, Kiki, a well-known percussionist. I'm going to say that word, percussionist. All percussionist. Say it again.
Percussionist.
I thought
there you go. You got it.
Go ahead. All the way down to your uncles Raul and Arsenio Rodriguez, who also played percussion and six-string guitar.
Correct.
How does it feel to be representing that part of your lineage?
I mean, you want me to give the raw answer? The raw answer, I'm gonna tell you, forget just as an artist, it's amazing.
Come on.
Amazing. The reason why I tell you it's amazing because other people go around. And I don't know if y'all know what I mean, but shout out to your producers. Sometimes people will look at you and not think that you're actually part of that talent. Or maybe you might be a different ethnic background because of your skin color. You understand? I've had people look at me and tell me, you can't be related to them dudes.
Right.
And I look and I laugh and I'm like, excuse me? And they're like, you see how dark the brothers are? And I'm like, Papito, yo soy cubano. Right. You don't know that I'm Cuban?
Right.
I walked around with uncles and my mom was blue black. All right, so this is why I laugh. So I love it because it throws people off. I feel that because of I'm so light-skinned and the red bone out of all the family, they don't expect that. That's one. Two, I don't think that they really realize they're dealing with a full-fledged legend. Like I'm carrying an actual legacy. You understand? I didn't just come and make this up. My uncles made music in the time when racism was involved. They were lynching black people before the Jackie Robinson color barrier. So let's really think about that. You understand what I'm saying? How would you feel if at the end of the day you were representing a group of individuals that changed history?
Amazing.
I mean, that's not really a question for me to ask. I'm honored. I feel amazed.
Yes.
Honestly.
Yes. Thank you so much. I'm amazed at it.
Trust me.
Next question. You are a battle rapper and you were invited to a BBQ and you can meet. Wait, what? You were a battle rapper. I guess he's asking the question, right? I'm not sure. You were a battle rapper and you were invited to a barbecue, and you met Cuban Link of the infamous Terror Squad, tied with Big Pun and Fat Joe. Can you take us back to that night? It seems like that's when things started to turn up for you. What happened?
Great question.
They did their homework.
Great question, but incorrect hypothesis.
Come on.
So that way you know, Cuban Link, when I met up with him that day, I met Cuban Link through my friend Al Capone. May he rest in peace, Al Capone, which is my brother Ricky Batts' cousin. You understand? And he was killed in our neighborhood. He was one of the people that we love dearly. Okay, he had ties to everybody. Rest in peace to my brother Hector. My brother Hector my sister's baby father, Kenya, which I'm not afraid to tell y'all, who works in the music industry. All right. She at the time was basically going out with Hector, and Hector was part of Full Eclipse with Big Pun. All right. What happened was at that time, all right, obviously he had children with my sister and became my brother and my brother-in-law. When you're in a Spanish household, there's no such thing as a brother-in-law. Once you're already married to someone, you've had kids with them.
That's your brother. That's your
my
family.
brother.
Right.
So
right.
He became my family. So what happened was I started coming around. Triple Seis is my god cousin through religion. For those people that don't know that we are, religious people. All right. And those religions that y'all don't know, that's the Orisha, and that's a different life from the African, side of the family. All right. And when you go and you look at the end, I was always rapping. You know what I mean? And when I was always rapping, I came up around them. And when I came up around them, of course, he put me to the test, bro. Cuban was like, let's do raps. He asked him yourself. We can bring him on. He's my man all day. He'll tell you. We go to do a show on the 25th. You know what I mean? Facts. Tune into that. Make sure y'all send y'all that. But I remember when my friend Capone brought me to tell y'all the honest truth. I was known as the nicest rapper in my area and neighborhood. Battle raps. It didn't matter. Raps off the dome. Right.
Because you mentioned you was battle rapping at what, 9 years old?
Correct. Yeah, going to different blocks with boom boxes and trying to battle the nigga that run the block. So what happened was my man was like, we was on the block and he was like, nigga, you whack. You ain't gonna spit the Cuban. I'm like, bro, there's a bear shit in the woods. Are you kidding me? All right. You think I'm lying? He thought I was lying. I'm like, bro, let's hop in your car, right? Yo, we hopped in his car. May he rest in peace. He drove me to son. Okay, on the barbecue where we was at. Okay, there was other rappers rhyming there. I ran through that like a Thundercat. You understand? Right. Nothing. Like, get out of here. Y'all ain't not even ready for what I'm trying to bring. You understand? So then he came and he's like, so what's up, short? You got something? Give me that Scarface look like you got something. I'm like, yeah, I got something. Right. After I kicked to the point that my face turned blue. You understand? I ain't want to stop rapping. They're like, yo, you don't got to rap no more. Now I'm going to keep rapping. I'm going to show you I'm nice for real. So after that, he told me, yo, listen, you're a breath of fresh air. You my brother after that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm Cuban myself. So that it just made things better.
That's what's up. So yeah, we taking in these questions. I'm getting the juice now. Listen, this ain't like everybody else's interview. We dug. We got some stuff. We need to correct some things. I love you, bro. You already know.
You too. Let's get it.
So now let's get to the silly question.
Okay.
Right? So silly question. If you was a cartoon character, what cartoon character would you be and why?
I would be Evil Ryu from Street Fighter. The reason why I make you laugh, because I have an Evil Ryu or Evil Lazarus Ryu Street Fighter character anime that's actually made by myself that's coming up.
What? Fact. You got a cartoon too?
I got a whole bunch of cartoons. I got a whole anime series coming.
What don't you do? Like, can you, like, you don't drop it like it's hot, right? That's the only thing you don't.
Nah, I let my artists do that. I got my female artists for that.
All right, bet. Let's get back to it. Your Top Don name is usually a name that holds a lot of weight and responsibility. According to your bio, it is usually one who has the ability to unify people and situations. How has that been working out for you, especially in these times that we're living in?
I'm great. That's a great and wonderful answer. First off, I want to say God bless everyone during this time and pandemic time. God bless their families. Hope, that everybody was, okay. Unfortunately, this pandemic did two things, It made some people move forward. We lost a few greats and we lost a few of our loved ones. And then we had people that were suffering. That's something that we can't control. So me as a person that being the top don and wanting to unify, my thing is I can't go around spreading a positive message without practicing what I preach.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So the first thing when I tell people I'm about unity, I'm really about unity. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to see me arguing in the venue in the spot with one of my brothers or one of my forefathers or OGs that was before me over nothing. That's just not me.
Right.
I'm about spreading a positive message. So if I see something is negative, remember that it's easy for negativity to spread faster than positivity. So I've learned that. So everything in the world is a form of energy and a polarity. So what I do is around my polarity and my force field, mine's is a little bit different. Just like this interview is different, you have people that's different. You have some people that is called clinging, sis. The energy
Yes.
makes you want to cling to them. Then you
Yes.
have suitable energy where people want to push away from you.
Right.
And they're like, whoa, that force was something to be reckoned with. I don't really want to be around that. And then you have what's called an acute energy. The acute energy where it's in the middle of both. Some people want to be clingy, yet they want to be far. All right? And then you have mine. Mine is a very rare breed. Mine's is radiant energy.
Come on.
The reason why mine's is radiant energy is because my energy is almost like the Michael Jordan ability. It clings to other people. It draws people in. It makes people want to question me and see if I'm really that knowledgeable. And I laugh because when you come to me, you don't realize I'm like a Chevy. You understand what I'm saying? Fresh out of the car. You can't really question how the mechanics were made. You just know that it works properly.
Right.
So for me, I break things down very easily. I'm a great trainer. I speak very, very fluently, and I make it seem like it's almost like a book for dummies. Not to say it that way.
Yes, yes. And it's and what I appreciate about that is that people don't realize that in order to talk to everyone, you have to be able to talk a universal language. And a lot of times talking a universal language, you have to be able to talk a little slower. You have to use your words properly. You have to, and it looks like it's a for dummies situation, and it's not. It's that not. I don't need you to ask me anything or get anything incorrect. I want you to know this is what it is, and I'm showing you how to do it. Even if you're smart enough to catch on, I'm gonna still act as if you need it in this way, so we don't have no miscommunications. I'm like that with
I agree. I agree with that on so many different levels. I'll make you laugh. The problem is that the human nature, all right, for us to be as human beings, and I don't just say men or women, I say human beings, because some people can't fathom and can't think on this celestial level. Now, the reason why I say I'm on a celestial level is because no human being can basically fathom their response and reaction to something when it's free. You understand? When you come at somebody and go, hi, knowledge is power, they go, all right, how much are you going to charge me for this knowledge? Go,
right, right.
I'm not trying to charge you anything.
Then what do you want?
What I want is the word, and this is why I'm great at what I'm great at, because then I tell people what I want is the word of mouth. I want you to spread to the Himalayas and across the thousands of worlds that I'm the person that perceived and gave you the message for free. That's how I am. So that's why it's like that. That's why I say I'm different.
Come on with it. All right. So my next question. Tell us about DJ Executioner. He seems to play a big part in your growth.
Oh wow. Still one of my best friends till this day in my life. You know, it's funny. I gotta look at him. I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. I look at him the same way that like Jay-Z would look at probably like Bleak, or probably look at like, you know, not Dame, because I don't want to say Dame. That's wrong. He messed that all up. Kind of like Becas, you know, or like one of those. You're like, that's my man. You feel me? Like, he helped me develop and grow. We was in a situation where afterwards, where I came in with, you know, Fat Joe's brother and everything like that. You know, I'm a real dude, man. Like, you take me, you take my DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. You feel me? And times go on, and what happens is, you know, we get older, people get families, people still do things. Shout out to him, DJ Executioner. You know, he still does his thing. But now he's more into helping the community and the youth. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm with that too. But basically my career has blossomed a little bit different, and he's still there. So I feel like whenever I'm in a greater position, I'm just going to have him and bring him aboard anyway.
Right.
Kind of change his circumstance and situation without him knowing. I still want him to do what he does. You see how much of a friend I am? I still want him to do
yes.
I just want him to know that the original idea that we both had actually paid off.
Right. It's still there. Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
That's all.
All right. Now I got a silly question for you.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any pet peeves that nobody knows about? And if so, what are they?
Yeah, I got one. I'm not going to lie.
What is?
I got one.
What is?
I have a pet peeve of rolling and folding up my clothes in the drawer and leaving them a certain way. So that way, if you move my shit, when I come in, I could just... Really? As a cat. I've been in a lot of situations with family members
You roll your clothes up and put it in the drawer.
I roll my clothes up a certain way and put them in the drawer because I used to get my family members, right? Like my cousins, they used to come to my crib, right? Yo, and take my fitted, take my best shirts that I'm buying. You understand what I'm saying? And just wear them and dump them back in the drawer. You heard? Like they ain't wear them. You heard? Facts. So I used to say, yo, hold on, y'all gonna stop catching me like that. You heard?
So you messed them up on purpose.
Yes.
Catch them.
Yeah, so that way it already look messed up, and that's my pet peeve. The shit looks straight trash. You heard? You won't think you'd be like,
yo,
nah, he wore that 2 days ago. And when I take it out and that iron it's straight fresh. You heard? And then you be like, oh wow, I didn't know that. Like,
oh my god.
That's just, I'm sorry, I keep that to myself. I wasn't supposed to share that, but y'all call thank Rema and roll up.
I'm gonna call more out. More is coming. More is coming. So next
oh my god.
Your toughest battle that you won, who would you give that to? Like,
actually on.
Why do you feel that way?
Because our whole neighborhood and everybody was outside. And at the time, rest in peace, Shane, that was who digging the crates, was battling with them. And I battled both of them. And I was able to handle both of them by myself.
But you feel like they won?
No, I feel they gave me the best lyrical competition that I've seen from someone else in my borough.
All right, that you won, but they gave you the best. I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. Next question. What are some new collaborations you have coming up on your new project, since you have already worked with so many dope MCs? Like, who are you looking to work with next?
Wow. Yeah, I mean on this album coming out or the next one I'm working on?
I mean, I'm coming is here, right? So
I'm coming is here already. That's that. Well, Corey, but that's already out. So that's what I'm saying. That's available on all.
But can we still shout out Corey Guns anyway? I mean,
Corey Guns, of course. That's my brother.
Let's still shout him out anyway.
Shout out Peter. Shout out the whole 174. If you already know.
But
that's
in the
that song, I feel. I'm gonna tell you that song. I feel for me is a lift up for my brother. But if you was to ask me, who's next? KRS-One. You understand? Like, that's why I say.
Are you in the talks right now with that? Like, is that something that we can look forward to before the fall? Or
Put
something we gotta wait
like
for the fall to see?
Put it like this. I already have the beat, the song, and the concept. The budget is there. Right now, I am reaching out to resources to be able to contact him because I don't have this direct contact.
Okay.
It would have been done already. It's funny, you know, I follow him on the gram. You understand what I'm saying? He doesn't follow me yet. You understand? So I respect that as a legend. But as a Bronx MC just like him, and what he's done in the respect level I have for him as a dope,
right,
he will follow me after. We will wind up doing the song and destroying it together. And it's not only because of I'm saying it that way, but because of the way that I'm approaching the teacher. You see, he's the teacher. You have to know how to approach the teacher. And I've always been the good student. So because I've always been the good student, I know how to approach the teacher. You know, the name of the record, you know, is called, and I'll give it to you. It's an exclusive, you know, for here. It'll be called Positive Message. All right?
All right.
A positive message. That's all I can say.
All right. So I know I jumped over one, but I had to get to that one because I'm excited to know who, especially since you've done, like, your catalog is like huge, right? And a lot of people just, come on, that's my guy. So I want to go back a little, just one bit. How did your song I'm Coming come along with Corey Guns? How did you get to link up with him to do this song, this project?
Me, myself. What happened was, shout out to Cover from Tommy Boy Records and Umbrella Studios. I call him the legend. Y'all hear me a lot of times call him the legend because in my eyes, he's a legend. Away from what happened, you know, he played the beat for me. And when he played the beat for me, I'm an envisionist. You understand what I'm saying, Remo? Besides me being my sister, you know, I tell you straight, when I hear something, that form of energy calls me.
Yes. Yes.
And when it called me, I said, I hear Corey on this. That's my brother. We went to high school. You know what I mean? Like, away from other things, you know? I said to myself, I'm going to reach out. And I'm not afraid to, you know, respect the craft, if you understand what I'm saying.
Right.
All levels, regardless of him being my friend.
Right.
You understand? This is where people get confused. But this is why we on the indie rollout to let y'all know that we proper.
Come on.
Practice proper business etiquette.
At all times.
At all times. And maintain professionalism at all times. Don't get it confused.
I'm gonna go here. Lazarus didn't even skip the line, y'all. I'm gonna tell you how this man waited 3 months to get up on the indie rollout.
Yeah.
So he hits me up. We in our last show of the season. And he's like, nah, sis, I want to be down. I said, listen, I can see what I can do if I can get something going in 2 weeks. I talked over one of my producers. They's like, nah, Rema, we got to do it by protocol. I let him know, soon as we get back on air, I'm going to hit you up. And he literally waited and was like, yeah, let's get it. And I was like, all right, bro, let's go. So yeah. I know about his business etiquette firsthand, just off the strength of that, because it could have easily been like, yo, sis, listen, let's just go live. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you did not. Like, it was straight professional. So I thank you. My producers thank you. And that's why we here with this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get into the next question.
Let's get it.
And it's a silly question, right?
Okay. I like these.
If peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would it be called?
Wow. If peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would it be called? Do I at least get like a 15-second? Let me see. How about squash paste? I think we'll call it squash paste.
Squash paste?
Squash paste.
Peanut paste.
Peanut paste. Peanut squash or squash peanut.
I don't even want to go there no more. You're so silly. You should hear what I heard for that, right? Because it was peanut butter. What would it be? It'd be like peanut mashed, all kind of different stuff, right? But as you're saying it, you're thinking how nasty it might be. Now, even if you're a peanut butter lover, if you call it anything other than peanut butter, it just sounds nasty.
I should have said peanut chew.
Huh? I
should have said peanut chew.
Peanut chew, yeah.
It's like the candy, look.
Right, it's nasty though. Anyway. All right. So recently, let's talk about some current events. Let's do that. Matter of fact, before we get to current events, are you planning on going on tour?
Yes.
Yes. When we go?
Yes.
Can I come?
Yes, you can. I'm waiting. The funny thing about it is it's not me picking it. So that way the world can understand. I got picked on 2 different tour catalogs from 2 different parts and regions of the world with 2 different promoters. And I guess right now they're synchronizing the time on slots on where they will want me at so it can work for both tours.
Okay. Well, when it happens, I would like to go to the one around.
All I know is that
I know you're going to have one coming in.
Of course, after August.
What?
Oh, yes.
Because the next conversation we getting into is Top Don Empire. So for those that don't know, my brother is definitely the businessman y'all need to know. So tell us a little bit about Top Don Empire. My question about Top Don Empire is, how do you think it would change the face of the industry, period? Like, how do you think Top Don Empire is going to change the face of the industry in the next 5 years?
I believe that we're going to change the industry by the kind of connections and motivation of music that we'll give. I look at my reform company kind of like Cash Money without the mistakes.
Woo! Come on, you gonna just shoot people on my show? You know that's illegal.
I mean, you know,
it's illegal.
No shots. I respect all of them. My thing is that sometimes people forget that we were fans at one point. And that sometimes when you were a fan, you were able to calculate and look at the moves that were being made. And then you've been able to look at the mistakes that were made before you placed all your chips in it. So I was always in that position. So that's why I'm able to take calculated risks and say things like that.
Well, I appreciate you. How about that? So with that being said, next question: how did COVID affect your music? Like, how did COVID help or hinder your productivity?
I felt that COVID, and once again, God bless everyone and their families, the millions of people out there tuning in the world. I don't play around when it comes to the COVID vaccine. Get vaccinated, make sure that you're doing your part and you're just.
Are you vaccinated? Might I ask?
What do you think?
I don't know. That's why I asked.
What did you think? What
Well,
schedule?
I'll tell you if we can say it at the same time. I'll tell you if I'm vaccinated, and you tell me if you're vaccinated.
Well,
On the count of 3.
I'll tell you what wound up happening. For me, I'll answer mine first. I'm on the schedule to be vaccinated because there was a list of people to get vaccinated where I was at in my area, and they didn't have them at the time because certain areas didn't have them.
Okay.
So to keep a job, you have to do it.
Yes. So I got vaccinated.
So my job, yes, already has a schedule for me. So that's yes.
All I'm gonna say is take a Tylenol before you get the first shot. Take a Tylenol before you get the second shot, and have your Tylenol bottle close to you while you are going through the motions for 24 hours. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
And if you need any more advice, you call me before you go to the hospital. Do not go to the hospital.
Okay.
Because I was almost out the door to the hospital. This is not. I was going through it, but anyway, nonetheless, how did it affect or help your productivity? How did COVID affect your productivity?
I felt that it enhanced the music for me. The reason why it enhanced the music for me is because while everybody was thinking and complaining, I was going to the studio and doing countless songs every night, endlessly with a COVID mask on.
Yeah, yeah.
So while everybody else is like freaking out, like, "Oh my God, dude!"
You're like, I'm gonna leave this legacy. God forbid this is my last days. We're gonna take it out doing music. Y'all gonna get this.
I said that. I was literally ready to die on the microphone in the studio.
You just was trying to be the Tupac and just leave all of that.
I mean, it is what it is. I just said
it is what it is.
And get busy.
Okay, so here's another question. I got you. What rhyme? What was the first rhyme you learned and recited and knew by heart growing up? The first one.
Wow, that's a throwback. I'm trying to even think what was the first song because you caught me on guard there. But I think I would have to say, "You gotta flow, Joe. You gotta flow, Joe. You gotta flow, Joe. You gotta flow. You gotta flow."
Really? Did you know it by word to word to word?
I knew the chorus. I knew the chorus because my cousin was always coming in the house and saying, "Yeah, Fat Joe the gangster."
Right,
so
right.
I didn't know all the words, but the chorus at that part at the time, once you knew the chorus, you were cool. Because everybody's like, "How you know the chorus?" So I knew it word for word. I didn't know it word for word at first. I started learning word for word, I believe, after I started listening probably to like Nas and Wu-Tang and
when you were stepping it up.
And stepping it up, yeah.
So mine was, because I'm gonna share one because I thought this was a really cool question, was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Wow.
The very first rhyme I knew by heart was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air because it was right then and there in your face every week.
I think I still know a Born Out of Philly, right? That one, yeah, I remember.
Right.
Your Rose the Bel-Air, I remember. That's a good one though, to tell you the honest truth.
Right, because nobody thinks about like TV show tunes is really like our first things that we learned. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to throw that out there. Maybe
I like that. That was cool.
It'll spark another thought. I got you. So my next question is about current events. Recently, a young lady by the name of Sha'Carri Richardson, who was trying for the Olympics and gold medal, who recently tested positive for marijuana that ultimately stopped her from moving forward in Olympics. What side are you on that? Like the way they just shut her down, like
I'm against that. I'm against that. How are you going to legalize something and then when someone has the perpetual use for it that has a star-studded talent, you automatically self-exclude them from receiving the accolades or flowers that they should receive or the praise when you actually allow this governing law for people to smoke?
Right. So
do
you think it might have been on her responsibility to not do it, knowing she shouldn't be taking anything?
Not looking at that. Because the reason I say it like that, we're human beings. You don't know what form of depression she might be going through. You don't know if she's using it to make sure her body functions a little bit better. Some people have deficiencies and mechanism problems that help them when they're actually using marijuana. Like some people use it for cataracts, some people use it for different things.
Correct.
So you don't know. I can't really state that because I don't know what kind of condition she was in.
She was under stress. She found out that her birth mother passed away. And think about it was a lot with her.
I think you kind of answered it for them. I mean, if she was stressed at the end of the day, so what? Let's say she didn't do that and she stressed and killed out or tried to kill herself or went through something else or a mental breakdown. You understand what I'm saying?
Come on.
But maybe she went to go smoke to vent interjectionally.
Yeah, it could have went different. So before we wrap this up, I want to say thank you. I would like to know if you can drop some advice for those that's coming up behind you. What would you tell the next generation of Dons, like the little Dons? What would you the coming up middle Dons, not top or bottom, but like right in the middle Dons? What would you tell somebody that is struggling to keep going? What would be your words to them?
Make sure you know yourself and know your worth. Make sure that you're surrounded around people that, even when you're not around present, speak positivity about you and try to uplift what you're doing. If they're not trying to uplift what you're doing, then you have to look at your network. Look at the bonds that we're creating. Look to yourself and say, okay, if I'm in this music industry, where is my lane and what are the analytics with me? What kind of people like my music and who do I reach? Then away from doing that, look at yourself, build a budget, build a team that's not only dependent on you, but self-independent. So when you come together, everything is done all as a unit.
I appreciate you, bro. Let them know any other information you need them to know before we get off of here.
Away from that, I want y'all to make sure I'm going to send my sister the link for y'all to follow these 10 mental health tips that would definitely help you, because a lot of people don't realize mental breakdowns happen a lot in and out of everyday life and even this industry. Away from that, I just want everybody to follow me on all my social media. You can follow me at Lazaris The Top Don. That's Lazaris, Lazaris, the word the, no ebonics, but rest in peace to Big L. All right?
And it's right at the bottom. It's right at the bottom. Y'all can see it right there.
Yes, Top Don.
Yes. I love you, bro. Thank you so much. And for those that's tuned in, I am Rema The Great. You can follow me on IG at I am Rema The Great. You can follow the show on the_indie_rollout_. And you can also follow our new IG lives that we will be doing soon, bro. You know, you gotta have to help me get some people on there, right? Yes. And that is the Indie Rollout IG live on Instagram. Shout out to Hood Media. Shout out to Done Smoothly. Shout out to everybody. I love y'all, and we out of here. It's your girl. Deuces. Later, babe.
Later.